Welcome back to another episode of Talk of the Town. Boys, we're excited to rip in. How are we?
Very good. It's nice to be in this little studio we've got set up here.
Yeah, it's very nice. Harry and I set it up yesterday, didn't we, Harry?
Yeah, it's great. We've run 3 mattresses along the wall. We've got a kitchen in the background.
Yeah, beautiful kitchen in the background.
Aircon going.
It was too echoey. The mattresses, they might look a bit pedestrian, but they were needed.
It worked too.
Yeah.
The difference was crazy.
Feels like a little studio.
It does. It does. I think we just need some nice studio lights to up the production value, but we'll get to that. We're only at episode 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah, episode 5. That's gone quick.
It really feels like we've got our own space.
It does. It
so
does.
It's nice.
Now, before we get into the show, we have something very exciting to announce. Every 4 years, the FIFA World Cup rolls around. And whether you're a football fanatic or a casual that likes to dip in and support the Socceroos every 4 years,
like myself,
it's a big event. And this year, we're going all in. We've got a series coming hosted by Harry and I called Red, White and Roo. It's basically going to follow the Socceroos through their whole preparation into the World Cup. And then once the World Cup starts, there'll be shows every few days, Socceroos reactions, and we're going to cover all the chaos and things that we love about the Football World Cup. So again, whether you're a casual or a football fanatic, this is going to be a passionate, fan-driven show, and we want to take you guys along for the ride.
There's still going to be the normal Talk of the Town podcast coming out every week.
Yeah.
But me and you are going to have a lot of fun.
We are, and it's going to drop right here in the Talk of the Town feed. It'll be sporadic and intermittent while there's news coming out before the World Cup. However, once, I guess, early June rolls around, we're going to be coming thick and fast. So the first episode is going to drop on the 3rd of April after the international window is done and the Socceroos have played Cameroon and Curacao in their FIFA series in Australia.
A couple of heavyweight battles.
But not only that, all of the final teams of the World Cup will be done. They'll be locked in, and Harry and I will be pouring all over it and going over the Socceroos friendlies and seeing what could we see and what could we tell that might be a little bit of a predictor from the World Cup to come.
And absolutely reading too much into the friendly.
And definitely reading too much into it. It is not going to be highly analytical. There will be a little bit, but it's going to be chaotic, passionate, fan-driven. So you do not need to be a diehard football fan. If you want to come along for the journey and the passion, we've got lots of really cool stuff planned.
It'll be passionate.
There will be so much passion, and also a killer theme song.
Oh, it's good.
It is going to be our soundtrack of the World Cup. So you got plenty to look forward to, and we want to take you guys along for the ride.
Ours and AI's soundtrack for the World Cup.
Shout out to Suno AI. You guys, I hope you guys love it. We're very excited about it. It's going to drop right here in the Talk of the Town feed. April 3rd. Get excited.
Be there or be square.
And I don't want you to be square.
You'd hate to be
You'd
square.
hate to be square.
All right. Couldn't think of anything worse than being square.
That's that.
And if you're the everyday battler, the everyday Joe that's driving in your car at the moment going, oh, well, I hate soccer. Well, don't worry. We're running the normal pod every week still.
It's blinking drama.
The game's gone wide.
Rolling on the floor, diving.
Bloody weak. They haven't seen real footy.
What I will say is that there will be no World Cup chat on this podcast during the tournament. All of our World Cup analysis, all of our World Cup passion, losing our heads, everything is going to come on Red, White and Roo. Yep. So this will be still very much in the same format. You won't see any different. We will have people coming in and out on Red, White and Roo to join in the passion. Gus, I know you're not a massive football fan, but there is no doubt the Socceroos play one game, Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock.
I'll be basking.
We will be getting up a match reaction as soon as possible, straight away, for you to hear our unfiltered, emotional listen.
Yep. Emotional, whether we win or lose.
Whether we win or lose, it could be party time or it could be being very depressed. But again,
Johnny Cash hurt. Might be getting a run.
Again, I cannot stress enough, you do not need to be a diehard football fan. It is going to be an absolute ride. Now, boys, back to the show. We've got that out of the road. I had some sad news this week I wanted to bring to the podcast.
Hit us with it.
I lost something special in my life.
The alligators.
As you'll notice, my horrific watch tan.
No, not the alligators. They're still on.
Oh, they're still
No,
finding those rank things.
No, they're terrible.
I love them. They're the best.
They are
However,
disgusting.
Anything but a name brand with you.
audio listeners, they're referring to my Kmart $10 Crocs that are a beautiful piece of kit, and I'm wearing them into the ground.
Even though you own Crocs.
And I love them. No, the Crocs give me blisters. These don't.
Wear them in, mate. You
No.
probably left them out in the sun. If you leave them out in the sun,
I
they
didn't
shrink.
leave them out in the sun. I'm not naming names. Anyway,
Yep.
I lost something special in my life this week.
Might have been serious.
My Garmin of 4.5 years. It had condensation on the inside. I emailed Garmin.
Say
And,
it.
the condensation.
and on top of that, I lost a 67-day step streak of 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, what,
See-
7?
Sorry?
Yeah, 6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7.
Now,
Sorry.
That was...
I wanted to...
I need
there was
to grow up.
There was part of me where I
Switch
wanted
on.
to get it to 69 for obvious reasons.
You are just... you are a pig, mate.
But I thought the kids of today, their modern day 69 is 6'7".
Oh,
it's
it is.
6-7.
And so I
It's
let
actually 5-7.
if we were if
Yeah,
we
but
if
less than
if
10 does
if
for
we
you.
were
Oh.
if we were one of those old couples, Celia and I, that had an Australian flag on a flagpole out the front, I would have flown my flag at half mast in honour of my step streak.
How much is a flag and flagpole setting you back these days?
You can't put a price on it, I reckon.
Because, yeah, wow. You don't see too many around.
Anyway,
do you?
you don't. It's definitely
Special
of a
bit of
certain
kit.
ilk.
Oh.
I think the best flag I've ever seen is the picnic point flag.
It's a serious
And you
flag.
can see it from a long way
Jeez.
away.
And you compare it to the trees, that's a big flag.
Yep. And also, piggybacking off our conversation last week around Super Rooster and the Great Dividing Range, when you're coming up the Great Dividing Range and you can see it swinging in the wind,
Oh.
it's that's Australia.
Oh,
That's
it is.
out on the patio we sit
That's great.
and the
Something
humidity we breathe. We watch the lightning crack over the cane fields.
This is
Laugh and
Australia.
sing because this is Australia. But yeah, that was something sad that happened to me this week, which it
The 67-day streak was a bit pathetic, in my opinion.
I wanted to get to 100.
Mate, you're still doing 10,000 steps.
I wanted
It's
to
all
raise the
good.
bat or raise the watch.
Have you kept doing 10,000
Yes.
steps?
Yes.
That's just
I
pathetic.
I would my Whoop steps are not accurate compared to the Garmin. Whoop yesterday said I did 10,000 steps. I don't think I did 10,000 steps, but when I get my new
So
Garmin,
flaming corrugations on the drive out, mate.
when I get my new Garmin, we will rebuild Rome and I will be venturing for the 100.
When is that coming?
Some stage this week.
And you got a refurbished one, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a Garmin 40945 I got
Mm.
4.5 years ago for on sale, half price, $500 down from
Yeah.
1,000.
You wouldn't be paying.
And they
full
obviously
price,
didn't
mate.
have any of that model, so they said, "Look, we can give you a 965 refurbished. You'll pay
Which is the new
$100, which is the newest one." Which I was considering getting a new Garmin anyway. So that was a huge result. I was very happy with that, but I've had to show off my horrible watch tan that is disgusting.
That's not, mate. Wear that thing with pride.
Yeah, it is. My New Year's resolution actually when I was in grade 12, 2015, was to wear a watch every day. I pinched the Isuzu D-Max G-Shock that Mum and Dad
I
got with
remember
their
you
ute,
running that.
and I wore it every day, and I've worn a watch every day since, and I've hated it.
Hated wearing a
Hated
watch.
I've
or
hated not. I've hated
wearing a
like not
watch?
wearing a watch. Like I've actually like, you'll be like, in the morning I'll be getting ready to go to school or whatever, and I'll be like going, oh, what's the time because I need to get on the road? Not there. Oh, what's the date? Not there.
See, I'm one of those blokes that are like, I've got a phone on me at all time.
Yeah.
Times.
It's just so much effort to get it out of your
I
pocket.
mean,
I was
normally
also like that.
if
until
I'm
I-
driving
it
in
is.
my car, I've got a clock in my car. Although it is 25 minutes out. Every month it gets a minute out. So I'll be running like I'll
Yeah.
be driving to work,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
every
yeah.
month I've got to add another minute on to what the clock
Yeah.
on my ute's saying. It's 24 minutes out at the moment,
Isn't it?
Which is funny.
Mum, that's mum.
mate. That's just D-Maxes for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because I'll be going to work and I'm like, oh, geez. Like, you know, work's about to start because I'm still in the opinion that it's 21 minutes behind. And then I'm like, oh, no, I'm safe. It's 24 minutes behind.
Yeah.
I've still got 3 minutes up my sleeve.
You'd be driving to church on a Sunday, and the clock would be as out as we were late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd be cruising on it would say 9:20. It might only be 5 minutes fast, but mum will go, 10 minutes fast, 10 minutes fast.
Yeah.
It would always be as
Adjust
fast
it.
as what would get us there on time.
Yeah.
And we'd
Jeez.
still cruise in late.
Yeah.
That's unreal. But yeah, losing the steps, that's a bit sad, but
I'll get over it, but it was a tough pill to swallow.
jeez, I'll tell you. I couldn't believe it when you sent that message to us. I was like, Lachlan,
It's a journey, mate.
of 67 days. That's a month.
Yeah, 2 months.
And a bit.
67 days is a month.
Just
Well, how many days are in a month?
yeah, what are
30?
you talking
31.
about?
31.
Yeah.
Or 30.
So
or,
it's
or
two
28.
2 and 6 days. Well, I'm not going to say
It's
2
not
and
a
6
month.
days. I'm not. No, did I say 2 months?
No, you said a
You
month.
said a
I
month.
meant 2 months. Sorry. I was going to say I'm not going to say 2 months and 6 days.
Yeah, but Gus,
You'll just go,
think,
2
Gus,
months.
think about the journey.
It's not
I've been
3
on.
months, mate. That'd be
Think-
90 days.
Think about the journey. Think about this, like the amount of times where it's been absolutely dumping down with rain outside, and I'm the idiot that's out there getting
Not
steps.
that many times because Brisbane, before 2 weeks ago, was drier than an Arab sandal, mate.
Yeah, I'm talking about the last 2 weeks.
Mate, the Anzacs would be rolling in their grave going,
No, they'd be proud of me for setting a standard and holding it.
setting a standard of needing to have that 67-day stretch.
I wanted 100. I wanted to raise the
Well,
watch.
That's good, mate. That's good.
Anyway,
You are serious about your steps, though. I'll say that. You could have a day of just lounging around doing nothing and get to like 2,000 steps, and then you're like, got to fire up the walk up.
the walking pad. Nah, usually for me, I like to front load them. So I'll take Hugo for a walk in the morning.
Front load your steps.
No,
So bad. I think
Are
we
you
need the next
kidding me?
topic. We're boring people.
I think no. What do you mean?
Just the way you talk about it.
I front load them. Get up, for
Yeah.
5,000 steps before 9 o'clock, and
Okay.
then you only need
Okay.
to get 5,000 for the rest of the day.
So how were our weeks?
Well, that was mine. Mine
That-
was sad.
was
I lost a loved one.
Amazing.
Oh.
Can we move on?
Yeah.
kill.
We can move on.
My week was good. Went to uni Monday. I did some videos for a company Tuesday, and then work Wednesday, Thursday, and more videos Friday.
Same of the usual. Now, when you say videos, what are you talking about?
Doing like promotional videos of machinery for Finch Engineering.
Yeah, but what's the name of what you are?
Oh, Agrivision Media.
Agrivision Media. Make sure you
Yes.
go and check it out. If you
Yeah, go and check out
if you like to
Agrivision.
get hot and horny over tractors and headers and machinery
Yep.
with cinematic cuts, this guy's the man for you.
Yep.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but I am
But
shouting it out because I
Could
think
be sponsored down the
it's
track.
good stuff.
If
No,
Agrivision
no,
makes it
Like as in Agrivision sponsoring us.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, we'll see how this little gig goes, but I could sponsor the boys. I'm in debt to Lachlan with how much money you've put into the pod so far, so it's all right. Agrivision could pay it back. But yeah. And then yesterday, or last night, we had a work dinner thing in Toowoomba. Axe throwing into dinner. Now, axe throwing isn't exactly something that I would assume any of our listeners frequent.
It's a big corporate event. A lot of
Yeah.
corporate people, because
Mate.
I don't really want to go to the pub. I don't want to do lawn bowls. Don't want to play golf. So it's like you run out of things that a corporate you can do as like a Christmas party or whatever. And so a lot of people end up doing it as like a function at work.
Yeah, well, on the bus trip home, the manager goes, we knew we had $5,000 just spare to spend, so that's why we did that. But he was like, one of the ideas we had was to do like a bit of a pub crawl thing of going, like, they were going to call it a sport crawl. So we were going to play lawn bowls, I think at Bell. Darts at darts at Bowenville, lawn bowls, and then a couple of other things. We're like, that would have been incredible. It's got a lot of bucks party about it.
Well, it's different.
Yeah, that would have been sick. But the axe showing, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be all right. No, it was actually so much fun. Yeah, it's just so. I reckon it's one of the last things we've got that are like not too regulated. As in, like, in Australia, we don't really have many things that, like, we don't normally have things like axe throwing. Like, you can't just go to a gun range and let rip with a AK-47 or something.
No.
Like, axe throwing is one of those things where it's like, it's a bit sketchy.
The only other thing I think I can compare it to is in the middle of last year when I was in Darwin for cricket work. Celia and I, when she was up visiting, we went to the Mitchell Street markets.
Yeah.
And it's the Northern Territory, so it's pretty loose.
Oh mate,
But
I'd love
there's
to go
like
to the territory.
there's like a group of people running a kids whip cracking competition.
Yeah.
And the way I would describe it is like, imagine you're in primary school and you're playing like a massive game of Duck Duck Goose, and everyone's in a big circle, and then there's just this bloke with a whip calling kids up and going, whoosh, and obviously they have no idea what they're doing. Some do, but he's
Yeah.
trying to teach them how to crack the whip, and obviously the whip's going everywhere. And
Oh
whatever.
mate,
But
there'd be
no,
some
mate, kids in thongs.
Yeah, mate. There'd be some that kids up there. Anyone in the territory would go and do axe throwing with thongs on.
Yep.
And I'd back them in too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Jeez, I reckon there would have been some kids off some stations up there that know their way around
Yeah.
a whip or two.
With axe throwing, Celia and I are currently rewatching The Office for the first time since pre-COVID. One of my favourite shows of all time.
Love The Office.
If you were to take the Office cast, like of the show,
Yeah.
axe throwing, how do you think it would go?
Dwight
Dwight would be
running
so
the thing.
funny.
Dwight's my favourite character.
What do you think he'd rock up in?
He would rock up in like a, I reckon. What's
Do you reckon
his,
he'd rock up in the chainsaw pants?
Yeah, well, I was going to say overalls.
Yeah.
No, we had a bloke in overalls there.
Yeah, good.
One of the fellas that have just started with us wore one of those tradie mutt or trademark conversation starter shirts.
Yeah.
And overalls, and we were like, holy dillies, we're about to get shown up. This bloke's flaming rocking it up like a lumberjack. Anyways, he actually was pretty horrible, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But-
I think that Dwight would be box office, and then it would be like him having the time of his life.
Michael would be trying so hard.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be
Yeah,
trying so hard.
But it would be like him having the time of his life, and then the rest of the cast kind of like wanting to have a go. But Dwight would be so over the top about it, but they'd be like, I don't want to be involved.
Mate, can you imagine just Stanley in the corner side mouthing?
Or Kevin wanting to have a go, but he's like too scared of embarrassing himself. Meanwhile, then you'd have the girls like trying to have a go while no one's looking.
Yeah. Oh, what's the one, the old one, like the fat old one?
Phyllis.
Phyllis. she'd be having a bit of a crack.
Yeah, but her husband would be there. Bob Vance Refrigeration.
But no, it was really good. And then we went to George Banks afterwards, and it was so dripply, and I loved it. It was great.
You love to hear it.
It was so good.
Harry, I'm sure our listeners are dying to know how your exams went.
Oh, really good. I love exam block. Monday cruised on in. Did a modern history exam. Got 24 out of 25.
Oh,
It's great areas.
Guess what the one mark I lost was?
what?
Grammar and punctuation.
But I guess sometimes when you're in an exam and you're that fast and loose,
Yeah,
Well, it was 1,536
you also don't have Grammarly.
words. I did in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Handwritten. You reckon my punctuation's going to be good? No.
Oh,
And then I wheeled on into a general math exam.
Calculator, no calculator.
Calculator.
as Mum would call it, veggie maths.
In general, there's no calculator and calculator. You're given the calculator.
Yeah.
So that was, I reckon I've got a 75%.
That's all you need.
Which is great.
Bank
Like-
that. Move on.
An easy test, but not one that's easy as in I got 90%. It's one that I've got an easy 75.
Yeah, I like that. You came home saying that. I'm like, that's a good way to put it.
Like it's one you go, oh, if I studied that would have been quite easy. But
Mm.
I did not.
But who's got the time?
Well,
Mate,
and then
that's the
after that,
thing.
so
Mate, you're a podcaster.
Yeah.
You don't have the time.
I cruised on to a mate's place, got Hungry Jacks, went and played pool for a few hours.
What was your Hungry Jack's order?
I don't know, he got the staff discount, so it was
A fellow Hungry
know.
Jack's Dolby alumni.
I reckon
Me and him.
Hunger Tamers with a barbecue cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Jack's fried
the
chicken.
current Hungry
Tamers.
Jacks is in a little bit better shape than the Hungry Jacks.
Oh, it was
that you
flogged
worked
out
in,
when I
mate.
worked there.
Jeez.
Then Tuesday I had an ancient history exam.
Mhm.
First up. Yeah, basically did just as well. Haven't got my marks back for that, but my teacher was like, yeah, that's another great one. You're getting 23, 24, 25.
Great areas. Modern history is easy marks.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
So's ancient.
Oh,
I remember
They are
being
easy.
in grade 10 and considering doing modern history for senior. Because I don't know, I'd be interested to know what you guys think. When I think of modern history, I'm thinking like 1900 onwards.
That's what it is, I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't when I was doing it.
what was it for you?
Oh, we were doing like 1700 stuff.
Oh,
No,
No.
we do Aboriginal history.
Like-
I think it's from like maybe
dare I say, I got so sick of just agenda pushing in modern history.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
I want to learn about modern history.
I wanted to do more. I know other people that went to school in Australia will also understand this. You learn so much about World War One because of Australia's presence in it and Gallipoli and everything that happened.
This is Gallipoli.
But you never learn much about World War Two.
I've just done a massive thing on Hitler.
No, but
and
like-
Hitler's rise to power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
in modern
can tell you all you
history,
need to know about.
I watched. If
Adolphi?
someone hasn't watched it, watch the Netflix thing they released last year on Hitler. I learned more from that than I have at anything I've ever done, both being at school and teaching.
Yeah.
Anything to do with World War Two. You don't realise just how intricate and wild his life was.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, his rise and the like the speeches he used to do, the public speaking and all that.
Or the fact that he was so paranoid at his own party members. There was the night of the long knives where he just killed half of them
yeah,
because he was so paranoid that I think it was that someone was going to overrule him or something. Or
it's crazy. But I do know what you mean. I reckon early high school, where we go to school, Gerald, you learn a lot about World War One, and then modern history definitely 10, 11, 12 was
Yeah.
World War Two.
Well,
and then,
in the ancient history,
yeah, that's a snooze fest.
Pericles' democracy,
Yeah, that's a snooze.
and I'm there going like,
I reckon you either love or you don't love it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
as in-
snooze.
to what extent is like the question
Yeah.
for
Oh.
ancient history? To what extent was
To what
Athenian
extent?
democracy genuinely democratic, and how well did it work as a system of government? Given 12 sources, and I'm there waffling, going,
Yeah.
I should not have been playing Blooket in class. I should have been listening.
Yeah,
I used to.
probably needed to lay off the crypto hack.
I used
Mate.
to watch so much YouTube.
You know, we found cheats for crypto hack.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to watch so much YouTube in modern history, and it was funny. Like all the
Blocked now.
leagueies,
Game's gone.
Game has gone.
all the leagueies when I was in school were doing their NRL fantasy and all that.
Fair enough.
Which
Hey,
you do.
Hey, that's
yeah.
I've got
Fair
a
enough.
draft.
And I
I'm winning my
loved it.
matchup this week.
I would just go to my teacher. I'd go, look, I go home and do a lot of schoolwork. Just let me have my break at school. Let me just watch some YouTube. And I used to say to him, mate, I will give you a good assignment. It'll be finished.
Yeah,
just let me
just trust the process.
trust the process. Just let me do it.
You can't rush creative process.
Look, said teacher has nothing but praise for me and you. Quotes us all the time. We're like, because
Yeah.
I always say to him, I'm like, sir, it's a source analysis. What I know doesn't matter. I just need to be able to analyse the source. And he's like, that's exactly right.
Oh, mate.
He's like,
One of
Angus
the
used to
greats.
say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I said,
Mate.
sir, the content doesn't matter. Sometimes it's better to know less about the content because
And if
then you
you're
only use the sources.
if you're a student coming through the ranks, do modern history or ancient history because it's a layup for ATAR. It's easy marks. Like you just have to know the process.
And I know
the
ancient
teacher.
history is boring, but modern history, if they
Yeah.
cover the right stuff, and you're interested in like that sort of stuff, it is not too bad.
And even the like you might be thinking, oh, why do I have to learn about Aboriginal history all the time? It came in when we were doing our golf green. We knew about Aboriginal history. Vincent Lingari.
Yep.
Poured a handful of sand.
Put a handful of sand. Yeah.
From little things, big things grow, and they did.
Yeah, no. Ancient and modern are great. In my ancient class, there's 4 people, and we just sit there on laptops doing no work.
Yeah.
It is the best. I wish I could.
It's
go
a good
back
group, that ancient history group.
The
It's good
amount-
fun.
Oh, mate, the amount of like Facebook Marketplace, the amount of
Blocked.
cast. Yeah, but not if you've
Yeah.
hotspotted off your phone.
Yeah, but then I got caught with my phone, so now I
Yeah,
had to do
Harry.
The amount of
I did find it funny the other day. I was punching away at school. I got an email to my Gmail from Harry asking for like dates of Magic Round or something.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, this
love-
is so
No,
dribbling.
it was
Yeah.
if we were going to Magic Round for the pod.
Yeah.
Which, just quietly, I wouldn't mind going to Origin or Magic Round.
Yeah.
The easy games to get
Feels-
tickets for, really. But
Seals, if you're listening.
Mate,
Or
modern
watching.
history.
Or watching.
Modern history. And you know what? If she's not listening or watching, we'll put it on the TV back there. But she can watch it. Modern history. I just used to get into car sales, truck sales, tractor sales, YouTube. Do anything but actual
Yeah.
work. And it was unreal.
I just started watching AFL replays.
Yeah.
'Cause the
Yeah.
AFL website's unblocked.
Similar to you guys, when I was in grade 12, I did a cert to an IDMT purely
Yep.
to have another like a line where I was
It's-
on computers. I would use it to either I'd leave the work till late in the term and do it, or I would use it as an extra study period, or I would just sit there and
Yep.
watch TV shows.
I would do some of my other assignments in it.
yeah, just
Modern
an extra
history-
couple of periods.
Is dead set. It's a spare that counts towards your ATAR. It's a spare that you can get marks for, really.
Especially now with being able to like leverage research using AI, like you can get the right things you need very easily.
Yeah.
Mate.
And that's not to say you're using it to write essays or anything,
No.
but you can use it to do the grunt work.
Or I use it to do the ancient history. Those who do ancient history will
I'm
know.
just
And-
using
and
the-
we'll be listening.
Yeah.
The ancient sources are so hard to find.
Oh,
So I
Yeah.
just go, hey, chat, give me every source about Pericles' democracy. And it'll spit them out. Half of them will not help me one bit. And half of them will be in a different language. But it's like I Google translated a whole like book
Yeah,
that was in Latin.
yeah.
And sue me for using the tools that are put in front of me.
Sue me for trying to make a better use of my time than me pouring through Google Scholar trying to find
Mate,
the right resource because I need a
Yeah.
arbitrary amount of sources because the task said so.
You know what
because
I-
the teacher who wrote the assessment's gone, yeah, 12 references.
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, exactly. You know what I hate? The people that sit on their moral high horse and go, "Oh, I don't use AI."
Oh.
Oh, so you hate your time then, do you? Because I actually
Get-
like my life.
get
I
with
like
the
the
time.
life I live. So I want to, use my time.
But
for
do you
other
think?
things.
Do you think back in the day when cars were coming in, that the people that were still there was people
Yeah.
similar to that going, "I'm not driving cars. I'm sticking to the horse and carriage."
Yep. Oh well, good on you. Guess what I'm doing? Donuts around your horse, mate. Okay.
Look,
So switch on. It's the same people that the internet would have come out. Oh, I'm not using that flaming. I'm not using that search.
I'm
not
still
using-
like that, mate.
Oh.
I'll go to the library and get the encyclopedias to
Yeah.
get my sources.
Oh, no, me wearing an encyclopedia, mate. I don't need to flame it. But I just go, switch on. Everyone's using AI. My great mate, Jack Spears, back in 2024, said to
Jacko.
me, Jacko, first year of uni, said, Angus, mate, it's 2024. If you're not using AI, you've fallen beyond.
Yeah.
Great point.
I just think
Very Jacko thing to say.
I just think, again, it is so easy to gain knowledge from using it. It's no longer a game of you need to have knowledge. It actually becomes a game of am I asking the right questions? But you need to have an idea of what you are trying to extract from it.
Who writes the prompts?
That's it. But you need to.
That's a great
It
call.
becomes am I asking the right questions? Am I probing it the right way? Not I'm gonna go write me a essay on this and then
Yeah.
here's my task sheet. It's like no, that's dumb. Prompt it to give you whether it's the right guidance or a scaffold or the inspiration to like do the silly little grunt work that no one likes doing, planning, drafting, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If you're leveraging it to do that, you're just being smart.
Oh, and I've always said that.
Well, a uni assignment, and even in school, a uni assignment is purely grabbing sources and information out there and putting it into your own thing.
Yep.
You're not making stuff up. Like
No.
you're not finding anything new.
No.
You're just grabbing what's out there. No, you're grabbing what's out there and putting it in and using it. And sue me for getting AI to go and find sources like that, and then I'll go and have a look at the sources. I'm not just going to slap it in.
At the end of the day, you have to know what you're looking at.
Exactly.
If you don't know what you're looking at, that's where people get caught out.
I've got to scan all over it.
Or
Like the
blindly
people-
trusting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got to go and double check it anyways.
Yep.
You're just getting it to narrow it down.
Yep,
It's
correct.
a screening process.
Yeah, correct. Totally agree.
Look, you guys might think well, you don't do assignments anymore, but you might think you're not discovering anything new. Not me. My group bio assignment, I'm changing the mung bean industry by measuring germination rate under influence of fertilizers.
That research has already been done years ago.
No, mate. No, it's
No,
different.
mate, I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
No, mate, Dolby Christian
They-
College is actually they're the mung bean industry.
What fertilizer are you using, mate?
Oh, some red stuff we had in the cupboard, some liquid fertilizer. It stinks.
You've
We've
gotta
stunk
measure
out the
No,
science
liquid
lab.
fertilizer is actually not a bad thing to use at
It
planting time.
stinks.
Liquid boost?
No, mate, like it is. I'm pretty sure Rudy did a poo in it. Like
That's when you know it's the good stuff. Might be a little bit of a manure blend, mate.
there's a lot in there, and not much of it
Nice.
smells good. But I'm discovering new things.
Well, you're not.
I am.
And on that, Friday night, Storm Broncos in the retro kit
Yeah.
from when they won in 2006. Shout out to Luke and the Broncos media team that put together all of that.
I stood up for Luke on the bus trip to Flamin thing yesterday. Bunch of Dalby people that hate change. We're going, no, I wasn't a fan of the Broncos kit. I'm like, it was
How?
good. It was good. So,
What?
I thought it would have nostalgiaed them back in their heyday.
no.
Not only was it
They weren't real leagueies though.
but not only was it the kit, it was like also the social stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
where
so
they
good.
did
The
the old
social
like
stuff
Channel
was great.
9 graphics.
Yeah.
Like so cool. I mean,
And you love to see it.
but I think everyone has a you guys are probably a bit young, but for the 2000s NRL era, I would say 2000 to maybe 2007, like the Hoodoo Gurus, That's My Team theme song, the scoreboard, the old logos, the kits, all of it.
The rugby league biffs.
Yeah, all of it. It's
Gordon Tallis
ingrained
getting into
in
his work.
all of that is ingrained in my brain around me and Luke, who is again our mate that works for the Broncos, that does a lot of their
One of the
graphic design and
greats.
social media. One of the all-time greats. Him and I will yin and yang off each other and just send each other endless niche rugby league players from the 2000s.
And that is the bloke you want designing your jerseys.
And that is that's that era. And so the kit and the social media posts, what it's actually doing is it's paying homage back to that time. Now, I thought it looked great. I thought it was you don't want to do an exact replica because back then the jerseys were huge.
Weren't
But
they still running the collar then too?
no, those ones weren't. They were a t-shirt design.
Oh, right.
But what I will say,
Bring the collar back.
what I will say is that yes, it's a replica, but it's like a modernized replica, so it's not like they've just remade it with the exact same design. Like it had the blue under the armpits, like on your sides, but then they added the blue strip, which is probably for design reasons or kit reasons.
Also, obviously, different sponsors. There's not the big blue, was it?
Ergon.
Ergon, yeah.
Yeah. People will remember 2000s Ergon, We Are Sight and Sound. That's now insolvent. I thought it looked great. I did see in the lead up to the game when they announced the kit, there was a heap of conversations around, hey boys, how about you stop designing and releasing kits and let's just win some games of football?
Well, believe it or not, the players don't design the kits.
No. And if you remember, people remember the City jersey that the Broncos wore. I think it was 2023. It was like the purpley, sunset one. Luke designed that, which is a really nice kit.
Gun designer.
He's great at what he does.
Tandem
Check
gun
out,
design.
I think it's Luke E Design on
Can you get that up?
Instagram. He's got some great edits that he's done over his time in all the different stuff he's done. But I want to give them a massive shout out because they did a fantastic job and I think a lot of people loved it. On the game itself, I thought it was a game of two halves. Storm, first half,
Yes.
Broncos, second half. Each team kept the other team to nil in each half that they scored their points. And the Broncos fire back and are no longer on the donut and are now on the scoreboard against the Storm, who have looked good. They've looked really good.
Yeah, Storm's looked great.
Yeah. Luke E Design DSN. DSGN.
Make sure you check it out. He does some great stuff.
We'll throw it on the story.
Yeah. Imagine Luke today, sitting on the couch, Sunday. Oh, Talk of the Town's giving me a shout out.
Yeah, good on him. Game of two halves. Storm have been good. Broncos, again, I don't know what you guys think. For me, it's just so hard to envision a team consistently competing and winning and being at the top when you're blowing the first halves, being 14-0 down. Even when they scored right on the edge, you and I, Harry, were sitting there going, they're going to score here.
Yeah,
Carrigan misses that tackle, and it was the softest try of all time.
Yeah, Munster's just stood up in Carrigan's tackle. Here's someone running past. Oh, just Just offload it. Just here. Just have the ball.
Thanks,
Oh,
Kip.
they scored. It had a lot of end of last year about it. Broncos got in a roll.
Yeah.
But you don't get on a roll on the 20th of March.
No.
Like, you've got to...
You've
Be
got
a
to
bit
get more systems based.
you've got to get some professional systems-based wins.
Yeah.
But, like, you beat the Storm in Melbourne. There's not... It's a big result.
Not only that, beat the Storm in Melbourne with no Adam Reynolds.
Which some people are thinking is for the better of the side.
I was surprised he decided to go around again.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Does he want the points record?
He's pretty close, isn't he?
Yeah. Is that why?
He must be. I mean,
Storm the field
he
again.
What's he on?
he went out
Can we get
in.
that?
I'll check. He went out in.
Because we'd have to be at that game if he did.
I don't think you'd Storm though. It's different to tries. You would have thought.
Yeah, you would have thought.
Oh, right.
I think with him, you could have totally understood him calling it last year.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, he's just a leaguey. Loves the game.
I just don't. Yeah, like you've delivered your team that hasn't won in 19 years a premiership.
He's about 250 points away.
I don't think he's getting that.
Probably not.
I
How
think.
many
Oh,
tries is
what?
that? How many
10 points a game.
conversions?
It's 5
Oh
tries a
yeah,
game.
he. I don't know. He's so injury prone though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I think it'd be awesome if he got it. Cameron Smith's the best.
Yeah.
Yep. Is Reynolds second?
Yeah.
And he overtook Thurston in third.
Thurston.
Hey, Thurston. I used to teach a kid whose name was Thurston.
No,
and
he had-
every single
Hazamel Masrick.
how's Mel Magic?
That's unreal.
Every single time I'd see his name on the roll, it would in my head I'd just think of, "Hey, Thurston." Look, I think it was great to see.
That's great.
Obviously, it's good to see the Broncos get on the board. They've got an interesting little bit of fixtures coming up. Obviously, also, we haven't beaten the Storm in Melbourne since 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Maguire was 0-8. And I know when he plays Craig Bellamy in Melbourne. And I saw that during the week and I thought, that's damning. But then when I actually thought about it, I was like, he did coach the West Tigers.
Yeah.
He's probably got a negative record from a few teams on the road. So the Broncos have the Dolphins. They've got a very interesting little flavour of fixtures here. How many times do you reckon this has happened? So the Broncos play the Dolphins, the Titans, and then the Cowboys.
Oh,
Little
true.
Queensland.
Oh, just a
Mate, the
lap of
Forest
Queensland.
Derby. Some derbies. And then they play the West Tigers. Real
Wow.
Queensland flavour.
Oh, I love the Queensland spirit. They're playing in the Q Cup.
Broncos Dolphins will be good. Dolphins had quite a good win against the Sharks.
The Battle of Brisbane.
Oh, the Battle of Brisbane.
I wish we could go.
Then they
What
got
is
the
it this next week?
Titans and Cowboys. They should be
Mm.
okay. So they could sit there being 3-3 at worst case
Is
scenario.
the Cowboys game up? No, it's at Suncorp, isn't it?
It is at Suncorp. Yeah,
Mm.
I am in Noosa when it's on.
Okay.
But if you guys would like to go, we could definitely organise.
The
some tickets.
Lions play that weekend?
No, the Lions play North that weekend.
It's gather round that weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the Barossa, mate.
Yeah.
It's good.
How the we'll get to this in due time, but how the fucking back-to-back premiers aren't playing at the Adelaide Oval is a disgrace. Anyway,
Oi, I kind of loved watching it last year, though, and they were at some random...
Norwood.
Yeah, and
touch
you just see old mates spraying in the background.
yeah,
In a tractor.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I'd love to be that spray driver. Imagine just spraying, and there's an AFL game right there, and you're just dousing them in
Now-
paraquat.
yeah, ridiculous. There's one thing I want to get to on the Broncos. Are you guys aware of the Gorden Tallis situation with the Broncos?
No,
I've
I
heard
just
rugby league Chinese whispers.
Okay,
I just saw something that he hates them.
Gorden Tallis is a club legend of the Broncos, but he needs to grow up and get over it. I am sick to death of seeing him in the media whinging and carrying on about all of this crap. It started in 2024 when Kevy Walters got sacked. So 2023, they lost the grand final they should have won. He then, the next year, they miss finals. The Broncos make the call and they sack him. And they go, right, they made that call because they felt like with the current list that they had, they felt like they needed a different voice. They needed a hard taskmaster, which Madge is. They bring him in. And so Kevin Walters is a close friend of Gorden Tallis, right? So since that point, Tallis has, in the media, found every way possible to go at the Broncos, to go at senior players, to go at the administration, to go at the club, because he's got the shits over them sacking Walters because he thinks it's unfairly. So
Well, one of his good mates.
So he's taken shots at Adam Reynolds, questioning his professionalism, his leadership, but also, as we said before, he's on to potentially break the all-time points record.
Not good enough, mate.
He unfortunately, when you've had a career in rugby league, he is battered, he is bruised, his body is not going to work the same as Adam Reynolds when he won the premiership at the Rabbitohs in 2014. But also, like, you just end up looking like an old man screaming at the clouds when you're just overly finding a negative reason and everything to just slam and get over the club. And the Broncos they've sort of been a little bit more like a sponge, and they've just absorbed it. They haven't done too much. They've just sort of let it do their thing. He's been constantly bashing them, bashing the coach, etc. Now, this reached a tipping point in the last week. The Broncos at their HQ at Red Hill have a meeting room called the Tallis meeting room, named after Gorden Tallis. This week, they decided enough's enough. They went, you're no longer one of us. We've had enough of you. We love you as an ex-legend and we want to love and support you the best you can, but you keep on spouting your negative dribble in the media, and they've changed the name to the Ali Brigginshaw meeting room. Nice. Which the Broncos just went, enough. I'm sick of this. We're sick of this. This is ridiculous. Like, again, they won a premiership with the person that replaced Kevin Walters. I don't know what more evidence you need that was the right decision.
No, mate, Madge is under pressure.
But, like, that chat has come from Gordy spouting his crap in the media. It's just like, it's so...
Old man,
childish. Like, I get you're all mates. I get whatever. Like, that's fine. But, like, it's a performance game. It is a performance game. Look at the scoreboard. Yeah. They broke a 19-year drought, which for how big the Broncos is, should never have gone on that long. So, grow a set and get over it.
Clip that up.
I've had enough. And I'm glad that they make the change because it's pathetic. There you go.
Ditto.
Do you boys have any thoughts on that?
No, I think you summed it up quite well there, mate.
About said it all.
It's just like, it would be similar to Jonathan Brown for the Lions, just spouting negative rubbish after negative rubbish because they sacked Michael Voss.
Yep.
They sacked Justin Lepich, two ex-teammates that won 3
hope
flags.
He's having a speedy recovery too.
Shout out to Brownie on that. I hope
on you,
Brownie
Jonathan.
had an early detected brain tumour cut out this week. He's on the mend. We saw him at the football the other day. He could have been in our Toasty review if we had the balls to ask him.
Yeah, we should have asked
But we didn't. I mean, look, I think he had his daughter with him, so we're not going to...
No, we could have got 2 Browns on the food review.
Yeah, he said that it came as a shadow on a brain scan, which obviously because of the head knocks and stuff he's had, he's very on those, and so Brownie is recovering at the moment.
Mate, it'll take more than an early stage brain tumour to take that.
Mate, I think he wrote a car off when he got hit by a car while he was riding a bike on the Sunshine Coast. While he was playing.
Wrote a car off.
He's a big boy.
On the treadmill.
Now that's a commentator who does not hate his club. There's nothing better than we're playing in a big final, and he's there with his scarf. He's so one-eyed, and I love it.
Unbelievable.
Him and Lynch here in the rooms after a win at the Gabba, and they just love it.
I loved last year when they beat, I think it was the Suns, and they were, obviously because they live in Queensland, they do a lot of the Fox Queensland broadcasts. And obviously with the new broadcast deal came in last year, Fox are doing every game. And I just loved them clearly having 4X gold cans after we won, and they just love it. Like
Yeah.
it's and do you know what?
And
Like
handing players
But,
goal
like,
tins.
fair enough. Like they're both club legends, like 3-time premiership players. Like Brownie won 3 flags so young. Then he had to like no one went through more rot at the Lions post the 3 flags than Brownie.
Yeah.
And he has too many, like literally too many hits to his face and his head that it was like, okay, you can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
But like he was one of the all-time greats, and I just love seeing that old group love the current success.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. Like they genuinely like they brought so much happiness to the fan base, and for them to now feel that as players that have delivered that, and they love the club as much as fans do. It's cool seeing them be fans.
just basking in the glory, mate.
Like it's cool to see Brownie like getting giddy over the Lions.
Yeah.
Because for so long, him and Lynchy on Fox, it was just like, oh, the Lions suck.
Sunday, 2 p.m. Oh, Lions just lost by 80 points.
Oh, the Lions are playing West Coast. They lost by 120 points.
It's all right. We've got Gold Coast first, North Melbourne coming up.
Now we're gonna move on from the Lions. Not from the Lions. Sorry, the Broncos.
Broncos, it's good to get some points on the board.
Yeah, great to get some points on the board. Also, just hope Gordy can shut up after that rubbish. Enough of that. I back the Broncos. I think it's the right move.
Yeah. What, you think it's the right move? Just telling him to sort of...
Well, just taking his name,
Okay,
going, if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to spurt this rubbish, we don't want a bar of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Also, they've put up with it for over a year. Like, come on.
Well, like, they've like you said, soaked it up. They won the premiership. Oh, maybe he's going to stop.
Nah, it got worse.
Yeah. So now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, mate, you've cooked your goose.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of Cricket Australia not giving ABC the ability to interview players after Stuart Clark.
Not yeah, just
add some words.
Not Stuart.
just censoring it and like
move on.
not letting people have an opinion.
You are a moron. Move on.
Anyway, moving on. To take a leaf out of Stuart McGill's book, we are moving on. The AFL this weekend, Thursday night, Hawthorn, Sydney, game of the round.
Great game.
I went. I haven't told you boys this. I did go an early crow. I was chatting to Ben Newton, our mate at school, and I went. Yeah, I know the Swans are outsiders. I'm confident on the Swans. When they were 20 points up, I messaged him and said, "I'm an AFL savant."
Are you really?
Backfired. To be fair, on that, I tipped St Kilda yesterday. No one else did. So
No, that was-
suck it.
That was very, very
Suck it,
well
mate.
played from you.
I'm the only one.
Yappa, yappa, yappa.
Shut it.
Your mouth
Chinese.
is moving like a rat.
I'm the only one that got Hawks and Dogs.
Mate, our listeners
We
don't
went
know that
dogs,
because
didn't
you
we?
bloody changed your tip.
I'm convinced I was always.
Okay,
No,
I
mate,
did
I've got a
change my-
screenshot of you tipping the Swans.
Yeah, so do I.
I
go
did
back and
change
look
my
at
tips. Those who saw the rugby league tips, I did change my Raiders Bulldogs. I went Raiders last
Yeah,
minute.
dumb.
Shouldn't have done that.
Hawthorn, Sydney.
Great game.
that. Great game.
Mate, the first quarter was hard and fast and all over the shop. I had to watch the game on Channel 7 because KO,
That was odd.
bloody
You and Jed-
KO, they're
you
on
and
thin ice.
Jed were having dramas.
Yeah, a few other people
Bailey
were as
and
well.
myself were fine.
Jed.
We were fine.
Tell you what, this new update, it's got a bit of bomb.
I don't like the new
Oh.
KO. I really don't like the new
I
update.
don't like.
Did they
change.
spend flaming $96 million
No.
on their website?
I was chatting with someone at school this
They
week.
can't even
There's-
predict the weather.
No, there's too much. There's too many tabs. Like when it was just home, shows,
Yeah.
sports. There's too many tabs. I don't need all this crap on the left-hand side.
No, I like that it's gone to the left-hand side because sometimes it was hard to go through the tabs. But
Yeah.
we don't need 16 tabs.
You know what I hate? Up the top, when you're on the phone, I don't know if it's on the TV, I don't think so. When you're trying to watch a bit of rugby league or a bit of AFL on your phone, and you go, oh, yeah, sweet. St Kilda versus Freo or GWS live. You tap on that, and it's the stories. It gives you the stories.
Yeah.
I don't want stories.
Yeah.
I want to watch the game.
And as someone who Harry and I yesterday we were trying to channel surf and flick around.
Yeah.
You can't on KO anymore go when you're in the middle of watching a game. You actually can't change it to like another live thing. You have to back out, back to the menu and select it, watch from live, back in, rather than just like scrolling down, clicking it and going into it.
So bad.
I'm sick of it. And you keep charging us more.
And you're charging the everyday battler, the everyday Joe Moore, and they're the kind of blokes that have got multis on. They're just flicking between the games, and they want to be able to flick between the games easily.
Let me flick between the Fremantle Dockers and the Melbourne Demons and the West Tigers and the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Exactly. Stop making it hard for the everyday
Yeah.
Joe.
So I had to watch on Channel 7, which I haven't watched the game on Channel 7 since the grand final last year. It actually wasn't that bad, but that first quarter,
Who was
It-
commentating?
BT was commentating.
Alison Nicholson.
Hamish McLaughlin. It was that first quarter hard, fast. There was I think there was over
was this
12
game?
goals
Hawthorn
kicked.
Force.
Hawthorn Sydney.
Oh yeah.
There was over 12 goals kicked, and then the second quarter, nothing. Total
Yeah.
opposite.
Crickets.
And the guys on
Do we
the
have a cricket stand?
on the broadcast, they were saying, I don't know whether they just went way too hard in the first quarter and they're all absolutely stuffed. But then it turned into, then in the second half, Sydney got a little bit of a lead. They got to 20 points up and then Hawthorn ran them down. And it was a good game of football. Hawthorn were the better team. Sydney, very good with no Gorden and no Heaney.
Yeah, so Heaney did end up being out.
Heaney did end up missing. I didn't think he was going to miss, but he did end up missing.
Yeah.
So that was surprising. I thought that was a great game of football. Hawthorn deserved winners. Did you see on this? I hate it when people do this. So Nick Watson kicks the last goal of the game,
Mm.
and he's giving it to the Swans fans in front of the Swans cheer squad, and someone throws a Coke bottle at him.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you trying to achieve?
but I get it. You're frustrated. Your team was 20 points up. They've lost. But and I know Nick Watson is he's kind of falls into the same ilk of a Jack Ginnivan.
oh,
like
if it was Ginnivan, play on.
Nah,
Still not playing.
No, it's not play on. They're imagine you're at Nutrient and someone goes and throws a Coke bottle at you.
Yeah.
Because of the rising fertilizer
Or
prices.
if
Which
a
we've
kid
almost
throws
had
a
just
kid
quietly.
throws a
Not even the rising
water
pot.
bottle at me.
You can't get fit these days.
You're in your workplace. For me, it's
Yeah.
just it's a non-negotiable. You don't want to throw things at the football. Yeah, it's funny when someone throws a paper aeroplane and sees how far it can go. But when you're throwing something that's got full of a liquid,
It was empty, wasn't it?
no, it was full of Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Imagine
empty.
getting hit in the
Mate,
head with
waste of money
someone.
at the footy. They're $8. I'm just,
Oh,
it must
at
be
the
a rich
MC
Sydney fan.
At the
goodness.
MCG, they're even more, I think.
Yeah, I just think it's not on. I just think
I thought it was empty.
You can
I'm
be
like,
angry, you can be
can't play on.
frustrated without throwing something at a player.
Could be worse. Could be glass. At least it was never going to do
Well, that's why they
Yeah.
don't have glass.
Look, you probably it
Or
could have
cans.
been.
They actually do have cans. You'd be again value for money. You're wasting your money if you're throwing a full can at a player.
Do they have cans?
At the MCG, they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dodgy.
they have this thing where you go in and you grab your cans and then you scan them yourself and then you walk out. There's no actual people in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Seems easy to steal.
Yeah. I didn't like that at the end.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
There was also a couple of 50-metre penalties in that game that we're going to get to later on. It's a big
Oh.
talking point. We then saw the the Western Bulldogs in the Adelaide game. Cracker.
Oh, yeah.
We have been
and the
blessed.
clock not working.
That was rogue.
It was proper Channel 10 5-minute warning type stuff
Yeah.
where you didn't know when the game was going to end.
Oh, unbelievable. We've been blessed with some good teams playing good teams bad.
Well, I'm
playing
glad
bad.
Thursday, Friday were good because yesterday was stinky.
And today's
Stinky.
North Melbourne, West Coast. Do you reckon West
Saints-
Coast could?
No.
Saints
Okay.
GWS. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
But
so
on
mad. I didn't get to watch that one or the
On the Bulldogs,
Fremantle
Bulldogs Adelaide. Bulldogs were the better team for most of the night. Adelaide came hard late. Shout out to Kalachi, ex-Lion. Hammy out for 6 weeks. That's sad. Hope he has a
Very
speedy
sad.
I reckon he
recovery.
misses the coming back to
The
Brisbane.
homecoming.
The homecoming.
Yeah.
He would have gotten cheered too.
I was going to cheer him.
Oh, he could do a lap around the ground still. He could come up.
Oh, give him a lap with the 2 cups in his Crows kit.
Give him a.
And in
Get
the back
to-
of a highlight.
I was going to say, get Hilux, get Toyota on.
He'd have to be in the back of a Hyundai, mate. That's the Lion sponsor.
No, I don't know.
It's all right, mate.
In the back of a bloody
Tus-
i30.
Tucson.
They've come out with a Ute, haven't they?
I don't know if they have.
I thought they
Oh,
have.
God.
No, Kia did with the Tasman.
Yes, sorry, I'm thinking of Kia.
But then they came late. They lose Archie with a hamstring. He's out for 6 weeks. And then Oscar Baker with an outrageous goal. We all were sitting there watching it. As soon as it left his foot, we're like, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
And they get the job done. Adelaide came late, tried really hard. They obviously came back, took the lead. Cracking last quarter. Dogs hold firm. Dogs 3-0. That's a great start.
And three
They are
genuine
looking
contenders.
Yeah.
rugby league hot
They are. And, I mean, it's always...
and dangerous.
It's always an issue with them when there was a stat they showed up. They started 2021 5-0. They then came second. They lost, obviously, to the Demons in the grand final. But then the other years after that, they've had this like tough start to the year. When you start the year 3-0 like they have, and they've knocked off the Lions at the Gabba, who was the other game they played?
GWS.
GWS.
Yeah.
Which might not have been as good a win as we originally
Yeah, but they thumped them.
Yeah.
And then obviously
It was put on throw.
then the Crows in Adelaide is as good as a win against the Lions at the Gabba.
Oh, yeah. Almost better.
I think last year, remember the stat floating around that was Dogs versus the top 9 teams? They got a reputation as flat track bullies.
Yeah.
And they've just beaten 3 top 9 teams.
The issue with the issue I found with that stat though is the Dogs were always competitive against those top teams. They just couldn't sustain it for long enough, or they would have these fades where they'd have these bad games. Like when they played the Lions at the Gabba, that was a cracker where they nearly won. Ashcroft kicks that goal at the end and they win.
Yeah, that was good.
But I think the Dogs, they look really good. I'm interested to see how they go. They might have a bit of depth issues if they start getting injuries.
They're a very fit team at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they've got Treloar in the VFL. They've got Cody Waitman to come back.
Yep. Waitman's missed a lot of footy though. It might take him a little while to get himself going.
It's good to see, though.
Yeah, I thought it was, again, Thursday, Friday, great games. We'll touch on quickly, yesterday, the Suns absolutely smoked Richmond. It was very much the same old story for Richmond. They were competitive for a quarter and a half, and then the Suns ran over the top of them.
And it was good to watch them in the first half, but I feel like Richmond sort of brought Suns down to their level.
Yeah.
The first half, Suns weren't really...
Couple of big injuries in that game. Tom Lynch,
playing
another
that
hammy.
great.
Christian Petrarca does a hammy. We'll be interested, fantasy-wise, we'll be interested to see.
I
On
was talking
that,
to Harry-
Gus, when we were talking about fantasy the other day and you brought in Dan Houston on his bye, you never do that because what happens is it's best laid plans, but then Petrarca does his hammy.
I told Angus
And you
that,
know
he
what?
was
back to square one.
He was like, if I knew...
Let me talk for myself. Harry, I come home last night. Harry laughs at me going, Petrarca's out and you brought Houston in. I said, okay, I'll move Houston into my team. I'll flick Petrarca out. Mate, I've got 800,000 sitting there in my bank account in a high interest
Sitting there
savings
doing
account.
nothing.
And I'll flick Petrarca out, bring someone else in. Tim English, I might put him on my bench, or I might trade him for Luke Jackson. He might be cheap after this round, and we'll be fine. So I'm not rugby league. I'm not worried.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not too worried.
We'll see.
Still 2 games.
It's handy having...
You brought someone in on their bye, mate. That's like a fantasy sin.
Well, guess what, mate?
Don't let it happen again.
Guess what? My sins are going to be
Look,
forgiven
it's
this
his
next
first year,
round.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
My sins are going to be forgiven this next
We
round.
all make mistakes.
I also listened to AFL Traders podcast, and they didn't think that was a horrible play. Sue me.
Okay.
They must
It's
have
nice.
gone
It's
woke.
nice looking at my
Okay,
bench.
let's
seeing,
move on. We don't need
well,
it.
you guys have been rugby league bagging me out.
Because it's
And
a terrible move.
I don't think it's too bad.
Okay, that's fine. GWS St Kilda, lightning delays meant the game
Really?
didn't start. St Kilda led the game and should have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck and won by 30 or 40, but instead, Giants came back late. They surge, nearly get the job done. St Kilda hold on.
The Giants never really looked like they were going to win. Like, they needed a goal in 30 seconds.
Yeah, the score, it's one of those score lines where when the other team kicks a goal with like 3 seconds to go, it's like us against the Swans last year. It's like, yes, we lost by a point. Was it a point?
It was 2 points.
2
yeah.
points, but like
Yeah.
we didn't really.
Yeah.
And then obviously last night the Dockers absolutely murdered the Demons. Demons again, competitive, but as always on a team like that that's still growing and has got a new coach and they're trying to play a new brand, it's just really hard. Like it's a big flight to go the other side to the Dockers, and the Dockers are a good side. They were professional. They got the job done. I did love seeing big Paddy Voss lift Ed Langdon up and carry him like a fireman's carry over his shoulder.
That was good to see.
That was excellent. The crowd loved that as well. Obviously, we're recording this Sunday morning, so the Port Adelaide and Essendon game hasn't happened, and neither has the
Northwest
Kangaroos and West Coast. Gus seems to think that West Coast can upset
No,
the Kangas.
I just saw West Coast like $2.50. I'm like, is that a little bit of value? I don't think so.
Yeah, potentially. I mean,
Also-
we saw last year they are capable of putting a game together. Like they beat St Kilda over there last year.
What we thought was a little bit of value Thursday was Swans. You want to talk about that? Touch on Jed.
Yeah. Jed from NRL Vegas fame.
From Jerry's Grand.
He asked us, obviously he's not a huge AFL guy, but he asked for our thoughts. We said we like the Swans. He put $50 on them and
because they were paying $3.
he lost $50.
geez, I tell you what, at halftime he was looking good.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
You like the effort.
Yeah.
The right effort, the right intent.
I put $1.
He also misses
On
100%
a unit.
of that $50.
A unit.
Hmm?
He also misses 100% of that $50.
He does, yeah. But, hey, you got to live and die by
That's
it.
right.
So then we all went Port Adelaide and we all went Kangaroos, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
Now, on St Kilda, that we're going to move on to, the Lions play St Kilda next week.
We
Yep.
do.
Not only are they playing St Kilda next week, they're going to be wearing a Fitzroy maroon and navy heritage
Yes.
jumper. And it
Yep.
looks amazing.
Yep.
And the whole range they did, shout out to the Lions, they did a great job. We've been toying and wrestling with the idea of buying the rugby.
I might be asking you blokes for that. For
It's
my
a shame.
birthday.
It's. I think I am going to buy it.
I think I'm going to buy it as well. Oh, except it's hard because we all go to the footy together. Are
Yeah,
we all
we-
going to wear the same thing?
Let's do a food review. All wearing the same thing, mate.
Well, it's too hot in Queensland still now to be wearing a rugby,
Mate,
but it won't
We'll be pulling the rugby out in August, and then putting it away in September.
No, that's actually true. But on it, I think I love it when the Lions pay, when they, like last year when they did the whole Brisbane Bears
Yeah.
thing and they walked out and it was the dare to beat the bear.
Oh,
Like
shit.
any time, it's such a unique history because it's a merger of two clubs, and Fitzroy have a proud history and the Bears have a short but proud history as well. It's always nice when they touch on it and they pay respect to it, and get Kevin Bulldog Murray out there, and
It's so good.
it's just good, and it's going to be so passionate to see them wear it, and it's going to be great. We're obviously getting some troops back, which will be great. We're going to have Logan Morris, potentially Hugh
I
McCluggage,
don't know about
Bailey
Morris.
will be back.
Darcy Gardner, Zach Bailey. Darragh Joyce will be fit to play after his elbow infection at the worst possible time.
Yep.
So I have from St Kilda. I know they won yesterday, but I've seen it. I still think that I think we'll have no issues. I think we'll be back to where we're at, and they'll be under the roof at Marvel. Now, on Marvel Stadium, actually, they are going to start for twilight and evening games. They're going to have the roof open when weather permits.
Yep.
So that game, though, because it's an earlier 12 o'clock game, the roof will be shut.
Yeah,
Because-
I think suits us.
Yeah, it
Fast
does.
track.
But also, when they used to have the roof open for day games, you would want to bring your sunglasses.
Yeah.
It was so bright.
that Melbourne sun just
Well, I remember
glaring in.
actually in another
that
game-
Melbourne winter sun.
Another game, actually, 2019, we wore a Fitzroy blue and red kit.
When we got
We
beaten
lost
by
lost to Carlton, and the roof was open, and it was an eyesore. Absolute eyesore.
Yeah.
My early tip on this game is I think the Lions are going to win by 35 points. What do you guys think?
I'm putting Lions to win by 20.
It wouldn't surprise me if we
Bit
actually...
closer.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if the Lions turn it on and have a big
Yeah.
statement win.
Lions by 8 points. And
8.
we kick inaccurately. St.
That
Kilda,
is such a Brisbane Lions fan answer.
St.
Yeah.
Kilda kick.
Brisbane
No one's better.
Lions.
No one's better at beating the Lions than
St.
ourselves.
Kilda kick 10 goals 2, and we kick 8 goals 20.
Actually,
and we win.
Hawthorn should have put Sydney away, though. I think it was that game. With the
Sydney
amount...
kicked very straight.
Yeah, and Hawthorn didn't.
They didn't.
Like,
Un-
they had so much more shots.
Unlike
on.
Sydney partaking in the Mardi Gras, Sydney was straight on Thursday
mate.
night.
That definitely fits. That definitely fits. Now we're gonna move on to a segment that I like to call the AFL Big Talking Point.
Oh.
And the big talking point this week, we talked about the rule changes last week.
Yep.
We went into the stand issue. Now, I have no problem with them cracking down on rules. I have no problem with them manipulating and changing the game to make the ball move faster, because people go to the football to see goals and to see slick ball movement, fast plays, all of that stuff. Is the 50-metre penalty for some instances, some free kicks, too harsh? Should there be a 25-metre penalty?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
I disagree, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.
For the first few weeks of this new stand rule, I think they've got to get more lenient on giving the 50s out in the future, which I think will happen once they've learned the rules a
They've
bit
clamped
better.
down, yeah.
But I think you've got to hit it hard in the first 5 weeks. You've got to get players really worried about giving them away, and then when they're worried about giving them away, you're going to see less of them. And I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue. And I feel like the umpires have enough on their plate. They don't need to go, oh, was that offendable by 50 or was that 25?
No, I think you'd have to classify them.
Yeah.
So I think you'd have to go
Protected area,
if you-
25.
yeah, you go protected area 25. Anything like dog shotting a player late, etc. That's a 50-metre penalty, which is exactly what it was actually brought in for. But something like we spoke about last week, our issues with the stand rule. Something like that, where there's the confusion, games moving fast, players moved off his line, but the umpire hasn't called play on. Something like that's 20. It should be 25 metres. Because the other thing also, we don't have any technology for the umpires that actually goes, this is exactly 50 metres. We saw last year at the Gabba against Collingwood
Don't get me on.
when Josh Dacos got
Don't
a
get me
77-metre penalty.
We were
77!
We were
77!
That's closer to 100 than it is to 50.
We were in the Collingwood section
Money.
for that.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, shout out to Sarah Smith, our sister.
Bless her soul.
I can't wait for Easter
Although-
Thursday on the cushiony members' seats.
Yeah.
With
Also-
respectful patrons not getting booed when we're leaving halfway through the fourth quarter.
Leaving in our own game.
Oh, goodbye. No.
Of which,
I
funny,
don't
on
think
that, I was
that
asking
was
Mum. I was asking
just-
Mum yesterday if she's going to come down and go with us, so we can have extra hand looking after Hugo at the footy. She goes, "Oh, I'd love to go, but it's Collingwood. I just can't." I was like, "Mum, well, you're going to be in the members, surrounded by Lions fans." She goes, they're still going to be
because
there
they're stinky, they're lowbrow, and they're just scums.
They're very leaguey fans.
Yeah,
Oh, they're as leaguey as they can get, but they're like, I just can't stand them.
but on that exactly then, 77-metre penalty.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that was for a stand offence actually.
No, it was Zach Bailey ran too far.
They kicked the ball away.
Yeah, Zach Bailey ran too far. Kept running, kicked the ball away. They were like, oh, that's 50 metres. And then Josh Dacos kicks the goal, but he actually gets another 50. But the ball goes through, so they pay advantage. Zach Bailey runs off his... So Josh Dacos does this to get more distance. Zach Bailey runs off, pays another 50, but he kicks the goal, so...
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But again, like
Well,
things like that,
Well,
where
like-
it's like that, where it's just like
It's...
you've
to
given
get
more.
it-
You've given more than an extra half.
To get it 27 metres wrong, like, mate, it's 2.5 cricket pitches.
But also, hey, do you know how long the centre square is?
Yeah.
But also, what are you doing? It's just things like that where it's like those minor things where it's like that whole thing can be avoided. Because like 50 metres in an AFL field, especially like if you're playing at the SCG,
Yeah.
that's like more than a third of the field.
Yep.
And so it's when there's a little occurrence where it's like you're there ready to tackle this guy and old mate's gone around the mark on the stand. And I'm listeners to this podcast, this will not be the last time you hear me spray the stand rule because I hate it. So yes, I might be like an old man yelling at the clouds,
Yeah, thanks, Gordon. Thanks.
but I hate it.
I think the 25 metre penalty instead of the 50 is a great idea.
I think it is for the right things.
Yeah.
Protected area, moving on the mark for a stand rule.
Because there's some rugby league confusion when it comes to that. Like
Yep.
sometimes the umpires get it wrong.
The one where you give the ball back to the umpire, but you don't give it to the guy whose free kick it is, that's 25 metres.
But like, why would you give it back to the umpire?
I know.
Like that's one where you're like, it's
That's just. a
it's
bit of
like when
rugby league
the
time
umpires
wasting.
Not
pay
giving the
league-
ball back on the full 25 metres.
I think there should be like, that's just like
It depends.
if you're halfway across the field and it gets to him on the bounce, it should be fine. But it's like when the umpires pay leniency for not hearing them call play on. It's like you call play on. After play on, they had an opportunity
Oh,
to get rid of it.
2023 grand final, Lions win that last clearance, goes in the forward 50. They get a free kick for chopping at the knees, and Zach Bailey's so loud. Zach Bailey can't hear that Lockie Neal wanted to take the free kick. He can't, and the umpire calls play on. It's like, well, it's the same sort of deal.
And there's already been a bit of confusion with the umpires already. Like players are confused as to whether it's
There will always, with the way AFL play, there will always be confusion around umpires calling play on or not, or when they and the arbitrary nature of calling advantage.
about that. How good was Friday night ranking, which it was clearly not. Like it was under 15 metres. That mark.
Like played on, kicks a goal.
Played on from 50 on the sideline and boots it. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
sick. But also, mate, that went like 7 meters. It definitely wasn't 15.
No, you're right. And
Like, what are you doing? That's your own
I just
fault.
feel like I like the 50-meter penalty for the right things, but at sometimes it's just like, this is ridiculous. This is way too harsh. Like, and then when you add like the one yesterday in the Richmond Suns game where, and it happened in the Hawthorn game as well, where the guy has punched the ball. He has fisted the ball. He spoiled it up in the air. Logan McDonald takes the mark. Hey, obviously, old mate knows he's gotten a full fist to the ball. So then he goes and tackles him. The umpire's called a mark. And then because he's then gone and tackled him after he's called the mark, he calls 50. And then the one yesterday in the Suns game.
We're looking at the replay and I've gone, Lachlan, this might be the worst umpiring decision I've ever seen. Look at the deflection. Like, you could. It was like not even a slow-mo replay. It was just like they were showing the 50-meter penalty.
But anyone that's played any level of football or any level of sport, you know when you've touched it. So you know. So in your head, you're going, it's not like you've skimmed it. That's the other one. It's not like he's skimmed it. It's literally fully deviated.
Yeah.
And so, of course, your brain is not even going to consider the fact that, has the umpire paid a mark? Because you know you've touched it. Yeah. So it's like, I don't mind him paying the mark. I don't have an issue with him paying the mark. Yes, it's a wrong decision. I have an issue with the double down 50 when he's the one that's made the error.
But then again, it's like he's made the decision. It's not necessarily an error. And let's say he doesn't touch it and they all go and tackle him. That's a 50. You can't go like, we paid the wrong decision on a mark, so we're going to be more lenient on the 50. The rule is, like, they've all gone and tackled him after the mark's been paid. That's 50.
Yeah, it's just, I guess
as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I guess it just harps back to, like, you just got to umpire better.
Yeah, well, that doesn't that doesn't come down to the 50-meter rule being bad. That comes back to, like, he's spoiled it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say this on the umpires. Umpiring AFL is really hard. Like, there's so many rules that are open to interpretation, and we're seeing that in football now.
Blessed be thy name.
Bless me. With VAR.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not black and white, you leave these vague... Sorry, I'm dying.
No, you're
Do you
all
want a
right.
drink?
Harry, do you want to take over?
You
leave these flaming vague.
You leave these vague openings where it's like, well, it's not black, it's not white. And there's this grey area where it's really hard for people to actually distinguish. Where it's like, it's kind of like the offside rule. It's like, well, you're either offside or you're not. So if you're offside by your chest or your foot, it's like, well, tough luck, mate. You're offside.
Yep.
Sorry.
And that you've always said.
Sorry, I was nearly dying there. Oh, Harry, that's lovely water.
Good bit of Australian ice there, mate.
Ice.
Yeah, some of the finest.
Now, one thing I did want to touch on, there's a couple of things just to I guess, start to wrap this thing up. The cricket news. Brad Haddin has been appointed coach of the Sydney Sixers and the New South Wales Blues. Now, I'd like to...
The Speed Blitz Blues.
The Speed Blitz Blues. I'd like to clear up for everyone that is concerned. Apparently, he is continuing Willow Talk. He is not going to be departing the Willow Talk podcast.
That's good.
Good.
Now,
It's good.
Brad Haddin obviously has been in the media the last few years. Big face of Willow Talk. The Sixers moving on from Greg Shipperd and New South Wales. They obviously went out, won the one-day cup.
Yeah, they just shipped him off.
Now, listeners, if you can't hear that, we have a soundboard here. We're still trying to work out how to get sound effects through. We've got a bit of a ba-dum-tsh.
Yeah.
We'd love to get that through.
We can put it in. It's just it takes up so much space for two sounds throughout the podcast.
Yeah, it does.
We
But
might do it today.
what I mean is, like, with Brad Haddin, he was the fielding coach for the Aussies. If you've seen the test docos, he was a part of them. But outside of that, he hasn't really done that much coaching. And he's got brilliant cricket mind. Like, I think anyone that has listened to Willow Talk will know that, like, and even him as a player, he's a very alpha, aggressor type of player. So he's that, and you see him in the media when he talks, he's going to be that kind of coach, which is fine. I'm interested to see. It's a big job. New South Wales has been underperforming big time, and he's been given the task to take them to the promised land. Also, taking the realm of the Sydney Sixers, very successful franchise.
Yeah.
Be very interesting to see how he goes. He just hasn't had that much of a extensive coaching background. Now, he's done a lot of private coaching, one-on-one with players, but when you're dealing with a wider squad dynamic in a big group, and you've got to answer to the board, and Greg Mail, the head of performance there, it just provides a whole new different element which I'm very excited to see how he goes. I think he's a great operator.
Do we want to touch on the English Premier League and Champions League?
We will get to that. I just want to round this point out with Brad Haddin. I listen to the ABC Grandstand Cricket podcast from time to time. Ed Cowan is a board member, right? Ed Cowan.
The great
Ed Cowan said that at a board level, one of the things they judge their program on is their ability to produce Australian players. Now, there has been an ongoing thing with Australian cricket for years that you get a baggy blue, you get a baggy green. As in, New South Wales get favouritised because they've got the most money and they're the biggest state. However, Brad Haddin in his press conference said the opposite of that. He said, I don't think I'm tasked with creating players for Australia. So they don't add up.
Does he love his nation?
Oh, he's probably got the coat of arms.
He makes...
Or the Southern Cross tattooed somewhere on his body.
Well, put some blokes
underneath
into
the Southern
that
Cross
program.
I stand. A sprig of wattle in my hand. A native of our native land.
Australia.
You bleeping beauty.
You bleeping beauty skid.
I see what he's saying. He's trying to endear himself to the fans, saying, I'm not here to be a stepping stone for players. I'm here to create a team that's going to win the Marsh Sheffield Shield and the Matador Cup.
It's actually not named that anymore.
What?
The Marsh Sheffield Shield.
What is it?
I don't think it has a name.
Bring back the Matador Cup.
The Matador Cup.
There was nothing
I'm more of a ING or Ryobi man myself.
Nah, mate.
So you've got
no idea.
You've sold out. There was nothing like coming home from grade 3. You've had a big day in Mr. Gibbs' class, and you come home and we've got those old
Shout out
flogged
Mr.
out,
Gibbs.
old flogged. Who's lived in this building?
Yeah, he has actually.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and we had those old flogged out red leather couches, and you just park up and go, oh, you beauty, I've got some Matador One Day Cup to get me through the afternoon.
And you might be one of 10 people watching.
And you'd go, Mum, I'd love a Milo. She'd whip you up a Milo, and you'd have some flaming Grandma's chocolate slice, and you'd
have a
park up.
cappuccino muffin.
You'd kick the shoes off, you'd flick the socks off, and you just go...
Aircon humping.
Aircon pumping, and you'd go, this is living.
Oh, yeah.
This
So
is living.
I'm interested to see how he goes. It's a big job, New South Wales. They've been underperforming for a while. He's a good operator. I like Brad Haddin. I think he's
old North England.
I tell you what though, fly the flag at half mast for the Big Bash coverage, mate, because Brad Haddin will not be commentating.
Yeah.
And if he does, that's rogue. It's like Nathan Buckley at the moment working for Fox and being a Geelong assistant.
Moises Enriquez.
Yeah.
Playing for the Sixers and commentating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, life after cricket and that.
Healy might have to get into her work a bit more in the pod now.
Yeah.
Because it's Healy, Haddin and...
Adam Peacock.
Yeah.
Who is big in the football space, which he works for Stan Sport. Stan Sport have the coverage for the Premier League. Harry, EPL.
Hit us with it, kid.
I just hate Arsenal.
To those wondering, Harry supports Manchester City. Gus doesn't have a team. I follow Man United. Had a disgusting 2-2 draw yesterday morning. The refereeing in that game was an utter disgrace.
I just follow the game, mate.
You don't.
Jogo Bonito.
Football's the real winner at the end of the day.
I supported Man City, not realising it.
Turn it up.
But I can't change. Hey, once we get relegated to League 2 because of our 115 charges, I'll be there, mate. I'll be supporting. I can prove I'm a real fan. Arsenal might be the worst team to ever win the Premier League. Like,
The set piece nature of the Premier League at the moment is just like
except for long throws. Long throws, passionate, love it. Bring it, keep it.
They put the arse in Arsenal,
But
mate.
the absolutely like
rugby union scrum that's happening in there.
a semicircle around the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can't do anything. You've got it he's getting pushed. You got Gabriel and Saliba flopping their way to. They're tackling.
It's theirs, man. At the moment, it's theirs to lose.
Yeah, they are 9 points ahead of City.
Does City have a game in hand?
City have a game in hand.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. And we've got to deal with Arsenal fans like Donald Trump. Make World War III. Get this season called off. Just write it off,
Mate, they're on for the quadruple.
mate.
On World War III, I hope everyone's surviving getting
Fuel.
abused at the Bowser. You know, one of my mates filled up their diesel tank in town yesterday. 301
Oh,
A litre.
I filled up at Costco Thursday afternoon, $2.76.
Yeah.
I'd filled up the Monday before that for $1.94. Before that, it was $1.60 all the time. It was glorious.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't already, get around the 7-Eleven app, guys.
I might need to go back to horse and cart.
Use the fuel lock. I'm actually gonna buy myself a horse, trot my way over to Cobb+Co, hook up to a carriage that they've got there and
Cobb+Co Museum.
and name my way out of there. Mate, Bella and I went to Cobb+Co the other day. Great establishment. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
We used to go there all the time when we were little kids.
Oh, it was really interesting. And there's the windmill that's off our place.
There is, yeah.
Former windmill. It's all fine.
Which, this is the most Billtown thing ever. He's like, I couldn't wait for that thing to fall over. I'd go around it in the boom spray.
and
Which
Dads are going, I'll knock it down. Mums are going, no, you can't knock it down. It's
off
history.
the original Jimba station. It's like 200 years old.
And Dad's like,
I've got to say, we've got to harvest and plant around it, and it is so frustrating.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, it's so annoying.
It would
but
be.
anyways.
just to get back onto the football chat. Hopefully the quadruple talk is all done
Tomorrow morning.
2:30.
League Cup final.
League Cup.
The Carling
City.
Cup final. The Capital One Cup final.
I thought it was Carabao.
Yeah, that's what it used to be called.
I was about to say.
Back in my day, mate.
Back in your day, mate. Yep. Since your grade 6 bib studs, David Villa.
Ronaldo on my year 6 diary.
Man City, as a supporter of the greater game and football social media, just put an end to the quadruple chat now.
Yeah. They've got Arsenal have Sporting in the Champions League in the next round.
Arsenal have got given the easiest.
I'd be filthy
run
as a
to the
City
final.
fan. Why is it always Real Madrid?
It's been Real Madrid in the last.
Like
5
that has
years.
to be doctored. Like it's ridiculous.
There's no way it can't be doctored. I'm pretty sure it was something like won something stupid amount % chance of that happening.
Stupid. Harry,
if we were doing a record through Riverside, it would be about 6 stupids coming through.
Harry, who do you see going down? So
Down,
where
down,
are
prices
we?
are down.
Are we 6 games to go now, or it's like some have 6, some have 7?
6-7. So going down is Burnley and Wolves are going down.
Yep, that's a given.
And then I think it's a 4/3 race after that.
Yep.
So West Ham, Forest, and Tottenham Hotspur. 29 points, 30 points. Leeds, they've all got a game in hand, and then Leeds are on 33.
Yep.
Without the game in hand.
Nottingham Forest is a great name.
Nottingham Forest, that's just shortened.
The Tricky Trees is their nickname.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
That's a great name.
Who do you think deserves to go down?
Probably Palace.
I'll say who I think is
I'd
going
say
to go
Palace.
down. I think West Ham will go down.
East Ham's going up.
I
East
think
Chicken.
East
I think West Ham will go down. I think Forest and Spurs have enough to survive, but
Forest went through in the Europa League, so Spurs now only have the league to worry about. Forest went through in Europa League, so they still have extra fixtures, and then
Can they please win the Europa League and be playing the? Can they win the Europa League and go down?
well, actually, on that, Birmingham City they got relegated, but won a cup competition, so they played in the Europa League while they were in the Championship.
That's all time.
I think it was the only time it's ever happened.
I just don't think Spurs will go down.
No, neither do I. I
'Cause
don't either. Like that point against Liverpool was big, but I also think that West Ham they were terrible, and then they got themselves up to a level where they had a couple of really good fixtures, but it's still like there's obviously still twists and turns to come. I could see either West Ham or Leeds going down for me. I think Leeds could run out of steam, and I think West Ham could also run out of steam, and it might be 2 bald men fighting over a comb between those two.
And you've always said that.
Yeah, it's sad to see Sunderland 13th, 10 points off the relegation zone.
They've had a great season.
After
reckon Sutherland-
after their start to the season.
Yep.
Sutherland 13 plus.
Sutherland. Will.
The great Annabelle.
I think Spurs have a good enough team that they'll just like win a game. Like
Yeah.
they'll. Actually, I don't think they've.
If they drop one more game, I reckon they'll sack Tudor and they'll bring someone else in.
Which is going to happen because they're going to drop another game. Do you mean like drop another game in a row?
Yes.
I want to see Spurs in the championship.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see that as well, but I can't see it. I think other teams are going to run out of steam and they will nip the points that they need.
Nip it at the heel.
Like I think they'll beat a Brentford.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Brentford.
on Spurs, it's a disgrace where they are. For a team of that size, Europa League champions last year, everything they have and the infrastructure and everything and the club that they want to be, they consistently show that they are inept and they are a Ponzi scheme.
12:15 tomorrow morning. Spurs, Nottingham Forest. That is it's a relegation.
It's a 6-pointer.
It's a 6-pointer.
It's a 6-pointer.
That could decide who goes down. Oh, it's a relegation goal rush tomorrow. Aston Villa, West Ham, Spurs, Nottingham Forest, all at the same time.
Oh, that's passionate.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the Premier League relegation watch fans.
For those
I myself am one of them.
for those in England, that's a Super Sunday.
Oh yeah.
That's a Super Sunday.
But it's been quite a good Prem season other than Arsenal being good. You got Man United doing terrible. They've come back to. They're going to get Champions League places. You've got Liverpool getting.
I don't think we're being terrible
You were
last year.
this start of this year.
But even like under Amorim, it wasn't. Like obviously there's the whole media circus around it, but like it was bad, but it wasn't worse than last year.
I
or the year
love
before.
Liverpool collapsing.
Oh, shout out to
It's just like-
35-year-old Danny Welbeck last night, still doing the damn thing, scoring a brace, and Brighton
Everyone
getting the win.
going like, they're going to be unbeatable with their new players they've got. Too many cooks in the kitchen, kid.
They shouldn't have signed Isak. They should have just left it with Ekatike. He's been way better.
Isak just has bench surfed, hasn't
Yeah, but also, I mean,
Too many Chiefs,
One of you-
not enough Indians.
but you lose one of your best players to literally dying in a car accident. Like it's going to have a big impact. Like
Yeah.
there was always
he?
going to be
Emotionally.
there was always going to be a big step down, and also not only have you got to deal with the emotional thing of that, you've also got to deal with the fact that you've lost a member of your squad. So there's not only the depth side of it.
Well, it's also the club's lost a $70 million asset.
A rugby league,
Like
great.
that out of thin air.
It's not like he's transferred. Like it's
No.
just
It's a very big watch this space, and again, we're going to get plenty of international football chat coming on our World Cup special Red, White and Roo, which will be dropping. We'll also be putting up some stuff on socials for that, so keep an eye on that. I don't think there's anything else for us to touch on, fellas.
no.
Good? No.
Another
No.
great episode, some hot debates.
Have we got anything big going on next week? Like as in our lives?
No.
I
One step
am-
closer to school holidays. Hey, Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got cross country as a Taylor House captain. Hopefully,
Lead him to a
captain.
win, would you, mate?
Actually, we did win the inter-house eliminator competition. So me and
Eliminator, for those that are playing at home, that's
Dodgeball.
dodgeball.
Derby Christian
Um,
College version, dodgeball. It is great. One of the all-time sports. I love eliminator.
me and my fellow house captain and best mate Nate will be doing a war cry in front of the whole school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
No, that's about it next week.
Green and gold. Jeez, that's just passion.
Yeah. Well,
Strong
The
scientist
heartbeat's
as
true.
well. With God's help, we'll do our best.
Well, that's another one. That's another episode of Talk of the Town. We'll catch you guys next week. Keep an eye out for Red, White and Roo coming 3rd of April.
thank you.
Thank
Put it in
you.
your calendars.
Catch you in the next one.
Bye for
Thanks.
now.
Bye.